Welcome to the new permit fill-out video guide. This is how you fill the new PTW format properly. First you start with the location of your activity. Then you write the start work date, start work time, and the expected completion date of your work. At what time of the day your activity is going to commence. If it's a daytime work between 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. then you need to tick the day shift tick box. If it's a nighttime work between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. the next day then you need to tick the night shift tick box, and if your work is continuous day and night work, then you need to tick both of the boxes. PO must add his, or, her name, company contract number, and his, or, her signature. If there is any associated permit, it must be mentioned here. For example, you have a pipeline which needs to be lifted while it gets welded, the lifting activity is on a permit and the hot work activity is on a different permit. Each number of these two permits shall be written on the other permit, and vice versa. As for the continuation part, if a permit is to be continued on a different permit, then you need to write the old permit number in the highlighted section on the right. Keep in mind that any changes made on site or in the permit work description or change in use of different machines, then the permit will be considered a new permit and any changes made must be mentioned in the method statement and the risk assessment must be updated, reviewed and approved. As for the work description, the description needs to be detailed with every activity which will be done on site. In this section you need to mention all the tools and equipment which are going to be used in your activity. As you can see, here are some examples. And write any system you are going to be working on, and here are some examples as well. As well as writing the special precautions which will be implemented to ensure you start and finish your activity safely. The supporting documents is a specific set of documents which may or may not be required depending on your activity. As for the emergency contact details, here your designated emergency shall add its name and contact number, and you can see the KEBL emergency number printed here as well. In this section you write the supported certificate type and number depending on what you have ticked in the boxes above. For example, if your activity required the use of an excavation certificate and a confined space entry certificate, then you write them in this section as you can see in the highlighted example. Simultaneous operations or SIMOPs are situations where two or more operations or activities that may interfere or clash with each other and increase the risk's exposure or create new risks resulting in undesired events or circumstances with adverse impacts on safety, the environment, property, service quality, etc. In the highlighted area you will mention every permit in which you have simultaneous operations with, and write as you see in the example. The performing authority will add his details and signature in this section. If there is any affected area authority, the issue authority or IA must identify affected area authority, and the affected area authority signs for approval. After that the issue authority can sign and approve the permit. If there is no affected area authority then only the issue authority will sign. In the left highlight, this is where the PTW team will sign and stamp the approved permit. In the middle highlight, this is where you determine and fill the first shift if gas testing is required. All sections shall be filled on site properly, by a certified authorized gas tester. In case there is no need of gas testing, then you tick the not required box, and do not fill any gas testing sections. In the right highlight, this is where you get your first A1 shift work from the area authority on site. The performing authority and the area authority shall sign prior to the start of each shift. The new PTW form has got 7 day shifts and 7 night shifts. If your work is a continuous day and night work, then you sign each shift as highlighted. If your work is only day shifts then you only fill out the highlighted parts here. Remember, the first shift is always filled in the first page, no matter if it is a day shift or a night shift. As for initial gas testing, for each shift, the authorized gas tester shall fill out each row of the highlighted list. If more gas testing needed, ensure to use and attach the gas monitoring certificate in your permit package, and fill it out for additional initial and continuous gas testing. Once the permit's validity is expired, or the job is completed, the performing authority must tick one of the highlighted tick boxes after discussing with the area authority. If the area authority chooses to cancel the permit, he shall tick one of the highlighted tick boxes and sign. In both cases, if it's a normal handback or a cancellation, the performing authority, the area authority, and the issuing authority, all shall write their information, and sign in their designated row in the highlighted area before this permit is handed back to the PTW team. Thank you for watching.